Checking. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully I'm online and you can hear me clearly. Hello friends, and huge welcome to my 4th ever live stream on the Maple Leaf channel. You're watching the 21st episode of Science Cities. In our last several episodes we planned a first phase of our new area, which has received specialization in aluminium, which is the end goal for this area. Hello guys, hello. Nice to see you here. Hey, today's goal is to make sure we're moving fast enough with the construction and to launch this city as soon as we can. As the narrative to this series suggests, we will need to start producing nuclear fuel by 1958, I think it is. I hope I did not mess up the time zone and the viewers from EU can join this live stream during their during their evening instead of 3 AM as it was last time when I streamed. And I think it's like 3 PM in Americas at the moment, at least in Washington time zone. Unfortunately, YouTube statistics doesn't tell which coast of America watching my channel, so I had to guess and I picked up the Washington time zone. While we will be building stuff, I'm going to cover one game mechanic which is not often used and received much attention, at least from my search. And it's an automatic vehicle replacement. And I'll come back to this later on. So for now, let's go build something. I have a very big cup of coffee. It is, 9 AM in New Zealand, where I'm streaming from. So I took the day off. And I'm all yours for the next 3 hours or so, which is very exciting. Okay, so we've got a few things in the progress. One of them is the railroad. So the goal is to build this railroad as soon as I can, so I can start piling up the resources into these storages. Once these resources are delivered, we will be able to move our construction guys from this area to the construction offices dedicated specifically for them. And then once this ready, they can go and pick up the resources from storages and start actually building city. While will be happening, I will finish some planning around residential area, the phase 1 of which we've built or we've planned. The city still misses a lot of utilities, pipe works, electricity, sewage and stuff. So that's going to be one of the things we will cover on today's stream. Other than that, let's see how we go. I will do another stream tomorrow at the same time. And that VOD from the second stream will be published, I guess, on Sunday, most likely, or on Monday. But the stream will be online. Those who will join me tomorrow will be able to see. Those who don't have time will be able to see the replay or the record of that stream on Sunday. It depends on the time zone you live in. All right, let's move on. How's the sound volume? Do you guys hear the music at the background? Is my voice clear to hear? I see the message in chat from Foxnode saying 5 out of 5. I guess that means that everything is fine. You can see the screen. If you can drop something in the chat, that would be amazing. All right, thank you those who joined me today, and thank you in advance to those who will be watching this VOD. Really appreciate your time. Let's do something. Let's build something and let's move on. So let me check what our railroad is busy with. Hopefully they're doing what I asked them to do. Yes, they're working on these roads, which is good. And let me just commission a couple more. And I think they have auto search enabled. Yep, 3 kilometers, which should be fine. And I want to know, I want to know when this section is finished. Okay, nighttime. How you guys been? How is your week and end of the year going? Hopefully everything is fine. In the last episode I put the prison here, which I don't like anymore. How does it fit the city? I will probably move that prison somewhere else. probably to this area and move out that fire station as well. So let me quickly do that. The prison is in Justice, and there it is. Cool, cool, cool. Let me shorten that road a little bit. That looks okay to me. And I want to have the road which will make bus lives easier. So the bus will travel over here to the bus station and deliver workers to this industrial area. And I wanted to extend this road, not this road, but this road here, to connect it to the city right in the middle, somewhere here, so that there is another way of getting into that area. And let me see how does it look. Does it have to be that long? I don't know, honestly. But I want to have that loop to be available for the cars and for the emergency services. Now, I think I forgot to build courthouse in the previous episode, which will conclude the justice section over here. I've got the police station, the big one here, and I've got the prison, but I think I am missing a courthouse. Let me check. Yeah, there is none. Okay. Maybe I can actually squeeze it in this small corner here. Let me see. It is a relatively small building. I'm pretty sure I should be able to squeeze it in here. And it doesn't require too many workers. There we go. And some of the people that live nearby will be able to reach it to work there. So the other one is the fire station, which I've just removed. And let me take that road here. Can I squeeze fire station in the same space? I don't know, but we will soon see. Fire station. Big one. Oh, there we go. It is actually very good that there is enough space for it. Probably even here. A little bit centric. Alright. Some of the cities, some of the buildings over here don't actually have the pedestrian paths, so I will deal with that. Also, 5x5 is loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello guys, welcome to the stream. By the way, are you based in EU or are you based in Americas or in Oceania? Tell me where about geographically you are, so I can make sure that the time that I picked up is actually correct, and should be evening in the EU at the moment. How do we want these pedestrian paths to be? East Coast US. Alright. What's the time, folks, in East Coast of US? Midday, I presume, right? So these guys are supposed to work in these buildings and in prison, as well as the police station and water treatment plant. So they don't really need to have access to that area of the map of the city. So why don't we just make something like that? Thanks guys. Thank you for letting me know. New Zealand time zone is really weird. I mean, we are GMT plus 13, and I'm literally like on the other calendar date from Americas and from Europe. Feels like I live in the future. Now, these guys. And what about that way? Yeah, I like that one better. Now, these guys should reach supermarket, which they are able to, and they can even reach the school. What about kindergarten? Kindergarten is not connected, that's why. So let's give them one connection here and one there. Alright. And let's check. Yeah, they can reach the kindergarten, which is good. And I have two. Hopefully the capacity of those two will be enough to cover this area and this area as well. I will be checking notifications just to keep my fingers on the pulse of the construction. And there we go. And we can commission that section as well. I will also need to have one line built, which actually from customs the train can go to the depot, and then they will be able to use that switch, go to the calling station. Yeah, I don't need the second line for now, at least. Okay. Alright. Now, let's create some work for our construction officers. These guys have been busy with the roads, which I will continue. And I wanted to have a checkpoint to make this industrial zone to look like it is an industrial zone, which requires a little bit of gating around it. So I will take out a small section here and we'll assign the distribution office to it straight away. And there will be a checkpoint with the fence around the industrial area. A little bit of aesthetics wouldn't hurt. Now, we've got pedestrian paths for this small district. Let's do the same for these guys, and then we can work on the utilities. Supermarket can be connected like so, and pedestrian should be able to go to the supermarket from pretty much any of these buildings, can they? Now this one is not connected, there we go, and this one is not connected as well. Now it should be fine. Oh, these guys can go there because there is no path available here. I wonder if I can squeeze another one. Yeah, I should be able to. So let me just do like that. Now they should be able to. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if you've ever tried to deliver passengers to the area where they can buy food. My experience tells me that every time you don't have shopping center or supermarket within the pedestrian or walking distance reach, it's just terrible. They constantly complain that there is not enough food, they can't get here, they can't get there. So my preference is to have kind of central place for the pedestrians, so they can walk and buy whatever they need from there. Fox, I presume that's the name of the cafeteria somewhere in US. Is that correct? You mentioned the Keats & Co. coffee from the Good Store. Lucas, what do you mean? 100% profit goes to charity? Is that what you mean? We've got new bus available. Tier 5. And demolition is finished. Amazing. Okay, let me take out this part of the road and put the checkpoint. This one here. There we go, and there's gonna be an industrial fence. One, two, and three. Probably to this, and then we can mirror the direction of the conveyor belt, like so. There we go. So now, when the fence is connected to the checkpoint, construction officers will be able to reach them and start building them. This isn't really how I want it to look. Let me just change that. There we go. A little bit better. This is an interesting business model. I've got the same questions, like how do they pay rent and supplies? I mean, must be sponsored by someone. How are we going with the rail? We're going fine. Let's take a look at this area on the left. And let's finish the footpathing in this section as well. There we go. This can go... Actually, why don't we just allow them to cross so that they will have then access to the small clinic over here. This is indoor pool, which is sports facility. This area will be able to reach the sport facility. And do I have another one on this section? And there's another indoor pool here. I'll probably move it. Oh, actually, it sits well here, because these guys will need an access to it as well. Alright. Let's do pedestrian paths and finish this area quickly. There we go. Now we need connection to the external pedestrian path over here. And we need connection on the back. Okay. how about making it like so and like so. So these guys will need to walk to the supermarket. Can they actually do that through the south? Oh, they can. That's cool. Construction is finished. Sweet. And now you guys should be able to reach this area. No, you can't because they need to build the road first. Okay. Good. I like to see that everything is moving as planned. Hopefully I will be fast enough to finish this area before they finish that one. Sweet. One more here. I have not decided on the design of the phase 2, which will be over here, which will feed aluminium production. So if you guys want to have a suggestion, please be my guest. Let's just check. These guys can walk. What about the building over there? Yes. Yes. And yes. Yeah, cool. That's what I want. I want everyone to have this access to the small shopping center. Okay. Footpathing. Footpathing. One. Kindergarten. You can go here and here. I need to also connect these buildings in the middle and leave some space for garbage containers. There we go. Sorry for the name, New Zealand. Yeah, I mean, I think it is like a historical decision that no one cared about back in the day. I saw, I think it was Reels on Instagram or some other social media where there was like a meme. Okay, so here's New Zealand. Whereabouts the Old Zealand? Whereabouts the Old Zealand is? And there is a region in the UK, I think, which is called Zealand. I presume that would be the answer to that meme, to that question in the meme. Old Zealand. Now this building is connected, but this is not. So let's do like that, and put some connections for our residential area on the north. Is it the Netherlands? Oh, I'll have a look at the map. Netherlands is good. I've been to Netherlands a while ago, actually, about how many years? Like 13 years probably ago, in Amsterdam, and yeah, it was an interesting trip. Alright, how about this building? These guys can go to the supermarket, these guys can also do that. Yep, everything seems to be fine. I feel like almost all pedestrian areas are done, which means we can go to... Which means we can go to the utilities. Hopefully the fire truck will be able to reach that one. Yeah, everything is fine. Okay. Amsterdam is not really the Netherlands. It's most for tourists, but it's not really how the rest works. Yeah, I guess that's the fair statement for any capital. If you really want to see the country, you need to go a little bit further from the capital and from the central region of the country. Yeah, I get that. Fully agree. How we're doing with construction here, guys? Everything is going okay, so this one is built. Beautiful. What is with the railroads? Oh, nice. These rail builders are really slow, but they're doing job just fine as long as the distance isn't really a big one. By the way, that reminds me about my other construction project, which goes on the other side of the map. This one here. How we're doing here? 75, 80%. Okay. Yeah, if you guys first time joining or you haven't seen a couple of episodes, so this is going to be our refinery area, and sorry, not this one. This one. This is going to be the complex which will be producing fuel. It is also under the progress of construction, so a couple of projects going on at the same time. But I reckon this city will be built way faster than the refinery. Okay. There are now longer rail builders. Are there? Seriously? Let me just check. So I've got these ones, which is 18 speed level. And this is like the very basic one, and the other one is 17. Are you talking about NATO border? Are they available only if you have... Because I can't buy them from Soviet customs office, to the best of my understanding. Unless you're talking about the beta version of the game. I think if you click participate in beta, then the client version of the game will be different. And maybe in the beta version of the client there are longer truck builders. Are these the ones you're talking about, Lucas? Oh, beta, yes, yeah, okay. And they're western. Yeah, I don't have the connection or ground connection to the NATO border. It is over here in the sea, so we'll have to endure. Okay, so pedestrian paths are all ready, and yep, and I have connection in this section, so everyone should be able to reach to where they need to reach, which is good. Let's see the bus station. Some buildings don't have an access to the bus station. That is because I need to get one small path here. Like so. Now everyone should be able to reach it. Yep. This building is not connected because it doesn't have the footpath. Fix that quickly. This as well. Yep, I see that. Now everything... So going from the left corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. Going up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, these are connected. On the right hand side, everyone seems to be connected as well as these guys. Oh, these guys don't have connection to the bus station, but they live like literally within the reach. The game kind of doesn't like to show the walking distance connection if there is no footpath, but I'm pretty sure these 4 buildings will be able to go to the bus station. Left bottom. Let me take a look again. Oh yeah. Inside the complex. Oh yeah, this one here. Yeah. Yep. That's easy to fix, thank you. Probably instead of this road we will have that connection here. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. And another one. Ah, this one is actually connected. Yeah. I feel like I'm blind. I'm trying my best, Lucas, to see which one do you mean. Let me check one by one. This one has it. This one as well. Yep. 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 Okay, what about these guys? Yes, they can. In the middle of the housing. Oh, not a house. Looks to me that everyone is connected, but I may just don't see it really. In the moon. Are you talking about this building? This one? Oh, building with no paths. Oh, this one, indoor pool. Yeah, well, this is the indoor pool, yeah. Sorry, it took me a while to understand what you're painting to. Thank you. Yeah, this is just utility building. There one, what? This one. The indoor pool, yeah. Yeah, this one is okay. This one is within the reach as well. Maybe I need to place it a little bit closer to the road, actually. This is in sports, isn't it? Cinema, House of Culture, sport. Yeah, there we go. Indoor pool. There we go. I like in Netherlands, when I've been there, I was impressed by the amount of bicycles that you guys have. I mean, the country, I think, is ideal for those that, you know, is a big fan of cycling, which is good. Very, very good sports to my taste. I don't do mountain biking, but I do ride a bike quite often. So railroad is finished, and I'm pretty sure these guys won't be able to drive through that station, so I need to build that first. Do we have the road connection? We do not, okay. So... there we go. I'm bringing workers to this rail construction office, so in order to avoid wasting money, how about start building this rail as well? I mean, it will be required anyway, so let me just commission these two. By the time I'll finish with the city, I'm pretty sure the construction office will finish these roads. And I think workers and resources shows it quite well. I mean, the country is as good as its infrastructure. Without any infrastructure, the city will immediately suffer. Okay, now, power for that city will be supplied by the power station, which is this guy here. I think I need to establish a network of temporarily connections which will feed this area with electricity until power plant is on, but nothing stops me from planning the electrical wires to the city itself. I've got roughly 2,000 people, maybe a little bit more than that, which means I need at least a couple of substations. One somewhere on the one corner. Let me take a look. What is the coverage? Pretty much south of the city is covered by one, and then the other side. I think 3 stations is what I need here. So if I put one here, the other one somewhere here, and the last one, maybe I will need actually 4. So I've got 1, 2. One is definitely required in this corner. And another one in this area. So I've got one in the middle which covers this and this. Let me check. Prison, yeah, everything seems to be connected. And these guys also have. So I've got 1, 2, 3. That should do it for now, at least. Sadly, our bike paths are filled with electric fat bikes that cause a lot of accidents. Yeah, well, I mean, taking into account the price for a good electrical bike, I really don't know why would people, you know, invest so much money in the e-bike. I think the whole point of having bike is to get that physical exercise that, you know, you're pursuing and enjoy pedaling. When you have a 1.2 kilowatt motor which drives you uphill, I mean, what's the point? I know that people will probably criticize me for that, but still, it's just my opinion. If you're investing like, I don't know, $7,000, $5,000, $10,000 into e-bike, just buy the bike. Alright, so electricity. We will need a transformer in this area. So I'll probably organize a switch and a transformer. So the 3 connections will already be occupied by this city alone. And then I will need another 3 to supply electricity to this area. So how about having transformer? Can I squeeze it somewhere in the middle, like here, for example? Or do I actually don't need it in the middle? It will make things a little bit more complicated than they should be with regards to the wire connections. The storage is completed. That's nice. The rail is in progress. That is also nice. Once this road is built, we can start building storage, transfer station, and then aggregate unloading. Do we have the road here, by the way? Yes, we do. It's, however, on this side, so we'll need to do all of these roads concrete. Okay. While these guys are busy... Oh, this one is done, which is good. How about start building this road? We still have some vehicles idling here, but these are concrete mixers and covered in open house. Alright, well, let's pretend that everyone is busy for now. Transformer. Where do we want transformer to live? First off, I need, I guess, to decide how we're gonna... Are we gonna export some power or we're not gonna export? I'm pretty sure I don't need to export anything for now in terms of electricity, but I do need to have priority switch just in case I will. From the other hand, I've got aluminium production plant which consumes a lot of electricity. Alumina plant. How much do you consume? 17 megawatts per day. And 141 megawatts of power. And maximum consumption is 151. Yeah, I probably won't export electricity in this, and I'll use this coal power plant just to supply power for this area. We will need power. With that said, let me figure out how the switch may look like. I definitely need to have one here somewhere so that I can then use those connections to extend the power lines, power grid to area there and there. So one wire to go to the first switch, which will leave. Do I want to connect it to the highway? So it will create an intersection and will slow down the vehicles just a little bit. But the fire station is there. Okay, let's put it here. And then I will run one transformer to this city and one transformer to this city. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, and let's just do some... Now, transformer itself. Transformer technically can live anywhere because I'm gonna use underground wires anyway, so I don't really care how exactly it will be positioned. We will need to run one underground high voltage wire, and then the network of these connections will go everywhere. So how about having it here? The pipes will go under and may interfere, so maybe place it nearby police station. Oh, that's actually not a bad spot at all. Okay. Now we need underground high voltage powers. Some infrastructure is on the way, which is expected. And probably, so this connection will be occupied with the power plant. And we can use this connection here. There we go. Now we need to connect underground low voltage cables, which we should be able to do. This is one. In case the city will expand that area, which is unlikely, the city may expand into this area a little bit. So I will occupy this connection. And then I will use this connection here. Do you guys often see streams of this game, or you prefer more like heavily edited episodes? What's your sort of preferences? go. Let's check again. So we have high voltage going to the transformer and 3 connections to the substations, which is fine. So now we need to think about connection to the power plant, which I think is very easy to do. "12 megawatts. That should be more than enough. Now the question is, do we want to have those cables to be on the road? It looks good though, but it blocks any opportunity to build anything under or nearby. Let's see how it may look like. So these are 14 megawatts. Now I need to go with the biggest one, which is 18. They're massive though. Let me see how this may look like. So if I drag it over this area, everything which is in between will be blocked from building. Shall I just... put it like that? And then I should be able to connect like so. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. And if I need to get the turn from the rails, I still have an opportunity to do so, to take that rail to this area where the train station will be. Okay. Alright. Now, the next stop is water, then heating, and then waste. How we're doing with this here? We're doing amazing. And what about rail? Rail is getting built, which is amazing. First storage is ready. We will soon be able to start building aggregate and unloading, and I'm pretty sure we can start working on the train cargo station. Good. Construction office here. I think the plan was to make it as close as possible to the storage, so that the resources they will need to build will be in a very close proximity. So this construction office will stay here, and this construction office is nearby concrete plant and gravel. Okay, I'll leave them as I plan them. Yeah, oh, alright, thank you for the feedback. I like using streams to switch my brain from making episodes, heavily edited episodes, to something different, so I can have a relaxed gameplay. After all, making edited episodes takes a lot of effort. I do write a scenario for pretty much every episode. I don't play the episode through, so when I'm recording, I am recording while I'm playing, but streams gives me a lot more freedom, you know, to have a chat, to have a little bit of relaxed engagement with the game, if you like. I don't have time limit, I don't have to follow to the scenario and stuff like that, so a little bit of a relaxed experience. And something tells me that I'm gonna speed up the process just a little bit, otherwise I will stuck in this area for a few episodes, which might be a little bit boring to see. So I will do stream today, I will do stream tomorrow, and then the next edited episode will probably be covering like the final touches of the industrial zone and the city over here, which will be like almost ready. So you guys can see how economical part of this setup works. And then we will move on to our refinery, which is down south. By the way, talking about refinery, I wanted to check if those roads have been built. How we're doing here? Almost. It's gonna be a huge loop for the train to drive, but I guess it is what it is. Once this is completed, I can start building these roads. And how about I will start building storages on this area of the map. The closest will be these guys here. They're number 1, yes. So I need to let them know that they can get resources from this area. Same for this guy. So this is one big construction office and this is small construction office. They should have enough vehicles and buses to actually working on this construction. I've got warehouse here, I've got cargo train station. Let me quickly see if I'm missing something. I think I was gonna build a road cargo station to make it easier for the cars to pick up the goods from warehouse, from this guy here. Let me just mirror that and see if it fits. Because if they're gonna use this warehouse as the distribution hub for food, clothes and chemicals, it will take them more time to pick up those goods, and the trucks will have to wait one for the other. So a road cargo station will not hurt. And I'm gonna go with the biggest one, which I haven't built yet. These are weird connections, man. What about if I flip it? Alright. And my main road to the city is this one, and the supermarket is here. So they will go out of that cargo station, go this road, and will go to the supermarket. That's what we want, okay. So I will make a road connection here. Go. That's not straight, isn't it? And I think that will be enough for this distribution hub. So I've got storage for construction materials, I've got warehouse for commodities, station, aggregate storage for gravel, unloading distribution office. Yeah, I feel like that's probably it. So let's this guy start building. Here, why don't we have, oh, because the road facing that direction, okay. Perfect. Notify, notify. Alright. Back to our new area. Let me close the map quickly. The one thing I was going to talk about this stream is automatic vehicle replacement. I'm not sure if you guys have ever used that. When during one of the episodes, I think it was episode 17 or 15, I was recording and I paid attention to this tab, which I do not normally open because I'm using shortcuts to access different menus. But this tab, I forgot that it actually exists. Do you guys use the automatic replacement stuff, or you prefer micromanage your vehicle fleet? What's your sort of normal way of doing things? Broken vehicle. I will sell that one. And we need to have a new cistern. How much water do we have? 120 cubic. Yeah, I need to keep supplying that building with water anyway. Let me just quickly build water system. There we go. Is that the one? No, it's not. There we go. That's the one. So this guy will supply water. Unload. And load. Let me just babysit it for a moment. And there we go. Start. Perfect. Now, we were doing electricity, which we completed. The next stop is temporarily electrical connections for this area. So I have a switch or transformer. I will probably need a couple substations in this area to power the productions. One here. What do we cover? We cover most of the production area here. What about the rest? How many do I need? So power plant will power this area in the close proximity, but I still need to have a substation somewhere here probably, and then here as well. Yep. Let me quickly check. These guys have access, these guys have access. What about conveyor belt? Or storage? Yep. Yep. Seems like everything is connected. Let me connect the wires. Where was I? I was here. And where's our transformer? There it is. So we need 3 connections. 1, 2, 3. One. Interesting. I can connect it with this sharp corner. At first I thought, is it just... Am I seeing things? Apparently I'm not. And these guys here will also receive connection. I will leave one just in case. So you can go and connect to this one. You can go... Can I turn on snapping? Yes, I can. And the last one is here. There we go. Like so. Okay. I'm a little bit concerned about these connections. I think these can be removed like that. And this one here also seems a little bit weird. Just in case it's not connected, I want to rebuild it and see if it is the valid connection. There we go. Yeah, that's better. So now I have all these substations connected to the temporarily transformer, which is good, and the whole area should have electricity, access to the electricity. What are we building? We have broken vehicle, we have fire, which was extinguished, which is good. The rail is almost completed. Good, 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 good. All right. Now, next stop is water. And water, as always, will be produced by well. Clean that water treatment, so we need to do the infrastructure for water here. How about doing it right now? Big pump station from the well to the treatment plant. Two big pipes. 1, 2. Same here. 1, 2. Now we will need water substations. Fortunately, these guys have way bigger radios. And let me take a look where the exits are. So I've got one here and two here. So one exit will be occupied by a switch. So we'll need to have a switch which can live somewhere here. And we'll get big pipe and then water substation. One here, and this actually covers, this one covers quite a lot. So if I have another one on this side of the city, this will do the trick. Alright, and let's connect our switch. One, two. Now, is it gonna be enough water for this construction facility? It is very hard to say. I think the water consumption isn't really high and I don't have that many buildings here. So I'll give it a shot and I will go and put the water substation, just one. Oh, I see that someone needs direct connection. This is the concrete plant, of course. Of course it needs the direct connection. Okay. And that's done. Now we need to supply water to industrial zone, and then we will need to leave one connection to our city on this side. Okay, let's do that. So another switch. Yes, another switch, which will be on the outskirts of the city, nearby the highway. Yep. It's probably not really usual to hear me talking just a little bit, but I'm I'm just too focused on construction and planning, so excuse me for a little bit of a pauses in between. And substation. I think I am missing a pump. Yes, in between the switch and the water treatment plant there should be a switch, otherwise it won't be able to pump enough water. Let me quickly add those. Small water pumping station should do in this case. There we go. 1, 2. Now that's better. And we have a switch here, which also requires a pump. Actually, I can leave that pipe here. I just need to squeeze one pump. Small water pumping station. What if I put it in the corner? Like that. And then get the pipe going. Like that. Delete that pipe. There we go, that's better. Now, our industrial area requires water, and let's see how much territory we can cover with the substation. We need one for production, that's for sure, and we need one for this area. Unfortunately, they're spread like crazy. I was hoping to get away with at least 2. Stop production. Who stopped production? Food factory stopped production. Why? Oh. Because there is enough space. This is this warehouse, and I am loading and unloading. Yes, I do sell food and clothes. It's probably train is busy with something else. 11 tons. Okay. Okay, these guys are delivering coal. These guys are also busy with coal. The storage is full. I'll probably remove coal storage delivery from distribution office. So one train should be free now. Okay. And we finally built that big section of the railroad on the south. Nice. Nice. I can start commissioning these rails now. Let's see if I can take out unnecessary nodes. No, I can't. Probably here. Nope. All good. So you guys notify. Cool. Cool. So these 3 buildings are connected to water, and we need another connection to cover production. Let's do that. Long term, yeah, once I have an longer track builders, I will definitely start building the railroad to connect. Like long term, I was planning to have helicopters and planes, but I think they are available only like after 1960. But rail and road definitely. What is this? I will probably need another switch here. Let me just take a look. So I got this water switch with the big pipe, and I'll probably go with another switch here. Yeah, I agree. We can't unfortunately connect them to make, well, to assemble the track builder. I looked at the Steam Workshop the other day to see what mods are available for the track builders, and there are plenty of options, but every time I looked into the comments, it's either, oh, this mod is not compatible with the current version of the game, or the guys are complaining that the game crashes once you start procuring the track builders. I then thought maybe I should switch my version of the game to that beta version, but I was a little bit concerned about the save file compatibility, or you know, if it's not compatible, or if the game breaks completely, it would be a shame to lose all the progress. So I don't know, remains to be seen. Maybe I will have to update it to the beta version, because these guys are really slow. I mean, in the distance like this one, they are working fine. But in the larger scale, it will take them ages. I mean, look at this distance from the first city to this one. Even if it's a direct line, it will be dozens of kilometers. It's half of the map. So long track builders won't hurt 100%. Yeah, we can. What was one of my ideas? I was hoping to have a little bit of a water traffic going, but I don't know, again, how much time it will take. If you take a look at the sea, it goes, oh, sorry, at the river, it goes all the way to the north part and then back here. Technically it's possible, but I don't know how much time it will take for the ship to travel that distance. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we can do that. It's a good addition to the infrastructure. Transport infrastructure, I mean. Train is waiting for too long. Oh, come on, guys. Don't tell me you're stuck somewhere. Do I have semaphores here? No, I don't. Okay. So, probably get a couple of them and make the signal here. What? Ah. And here I wanted to have a loop, so I need to tell them that this is to the right and this is to the left, and it needs to be a chain signal. There we go. Actually, once I put these semaphores, those track builders will be confused. Well, for now I'm building just this section. And yes, they will be confused. So I'll probably remove semaphores for now. I'll let them build first, and then I'll put the semaphores in. And actually, let's commission this section of the road as well, so that two track builders can work on this area at the same time. Construction is finished. That was the road, and we can start building this. This and this. Do we have the road connection? Where's the road connection of this guy? Ah, there it is. Okay, very hard to see. Fire destroyed the building. Which one? Oh, come on. Calling station. Goodbye, calling station. In order to prevent that from happening, I probably need to have a fire station built, a temporarily one. I'll probably go and build one. Otherwise, those buildings will start collapsing one after the other. Meanwhile, can I please demolish it? Thank you. Let me know. Thanks, folks. Thank you for joining. Have a great evening. Yeah, fires is just it's just one of those things. Now let me quickly build one small fire station. I was hoping I will be lucky enough, you know, not to have that happen, but it is what it is. And notify when you build it, and I will need the buses to deliver workers to that fire station. I'm curious whether the train can still actually drive through and build that one. Let me see. No, they can't, because this needs to be demolished first. Oh, come on. A very inconvenient building to be destroyed. Okay. Alright, switches. So I built one switch here, and I can take this pipe and connect it to this switch. And then where's the switch? Oh, there we go. There we go, there we go. Now we have access to water in this area, and hopefully it will be enough. Water substation. Water substation. I need to place it in a way that these guys will be able to build it. So probably one here. There we go. And the broken vehicle. Thank you. Thank you, Lucas. These guys have been supplying... I don't even know what this guy was doing. I'll get rid of this guy and just checking how we're doing with the level of water. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. Okay, now we need to have a pump in between the switch and the switch. So pump can probably leave somewhere here. And there we go. and it will pump the water throughout those substations. Good. Yeah, I was thinking about enabling automatic replacement of those vehicles, and maybe it is a good time to do so. I've got somewhat healthy budget. Let me have a look. The oldest buildings, the oldest vehicles are these guys here. I've got a couple of new ones. So the way it works, I mean, if Lucas, if you've used that before, that information won't probably be valuable, but for those who will be watching the VOD afterwards and who haven't used that, I'll quickly cover what is this about. But before I start, let me build the coal station again. Thank you. These guys will have electricity. I'm not gonna be bothered about sewage. Oh, they need water connection. Hang on. I've got water supply here, so let me replace that fire station, even though it's a temporary one. I just don't want to build another infrastructure for this one. There we go. And high priority, please. Okay. Now these guys should have access to water, sewage, and electricity. That's better. Yeah, these guys have been there since the very beginning. So maybe you're right, maybe it's time for replacing them. Now, the way the system, this tab works is basically it's divided in list of vehicles that you have. This is the tab on the very top. And then it suggests alternatives or the new versions of the vehicles. You can keep the same model if you want, but once you click on this icon here, it gives you options to choose from what vehicles you want these to be replaced with. Until you enable this tick box, nothing's going to happen. So when you select the vehicle, in my case, I will go with these guys. They are from 1947. I'm pretty sure they will stay with me for a while. Once you do all of these tabs and select the vehicles that you want your current ones to be replaced with, you can tick that box, and then when those criteria are met, and in my case it's wear and tear 80% and 20 years plus of age, which you can adjust here, system will automatically replace those vehicles. On the left hand side you have the source for that vehicles. So if you prefer to have like a big fleet park which you store at the depot, the new vehicles will come from the depot. Same with vehicle storage. If you have your own vehicle production, then new vehicles will go from that storage. And if you don't have any of these, you will be able to tick that box. That means that new vehicles will come from customs. If you have a scrap yard, you can also tick that box. Then those vehicles that are getting replaced will automatically go to the scrap yard, and you will get some materials as part of the refund. So these guys here can also retire. 35 passenger capacity. I've got 19 of these buses. Let me deal with construction vehicles first. This is, I think, waste vehicles. Small container. Small container. I like the speed. It's 57 kilometers. This one is a little bit slower. Do I have the alternatives that move at the same speed? I don't. So in this case, I will just replace them with the same, but just new ones. Concrete mixers. I've got the new ones here, so why don't we just replace them? And by the way, once you activate that, the game will automatically start procuring vehicles, so be careful when you decide to take that decision. Otherwise it will, if it's it can actually make you bankrupt quite quickly if you're not careful and if you have like a huge fleet of vehicles, because depends on those conditions. It may happen that you have all your fleet vehicles meet those criterias and the game will immediately procure everything. If you don't have enough budget, may play a very bad joke with you. Now, these are the small buses, 14 passengers. I'll go with these buses instead. 23 years old, oh my god. I haven't been looking after my fleet vehicles so good, haven't I? These are open house, right? Open house. There we go. These are buses as well. Yeah, I'll stick for this model for now. And this will be replaced with Mazes as well. This open hole will be replaced with this open hole. Covered hole, sorry. Is it covered hole? Yeah, it is covered hole. Okay. '22, '23. Let's do the same here. And same here. These are refrigerators. 57, 42, 65. Let's do that. And dumpers, our favorite dumpers. Oh, it's actually open hole. There we go. Let's see if the game will start replacing those vehicles. Alright, that was a bit of a pause in progress, but that's the live stream, guys. A lot of things that you see in the edited episode actually left over outside. Things like that one, for example. Someone was assigned to supply coal here. Yeah, these guys. Construction office, and we need coal station. There we go. Construction's finished. Okay, let's go and buy a couple of firefighters. A couple of cars. Our distribution office will take care of fuel. And I need just a tiny bus. How many firefighters? So I need 10 workers. Okay. So I need a small bus here. And let it be this guy. And this guy will be bringing workers from the border to supply fire station. So that next time there's something is on fire, these guys will be able to quickly deal with it, and I won't have to rebuild everything. Let me get a sip of coffee and I'll be back in a second. I'm back. Okay, so we dealt with electricity, we dealt with water. Let me check if that is the case, and it looks like it is. So these guys have access to water. These guys have also access to water. And the rest is just storages that don't require any water. Electricity is done, water is done. It's time for the favorite, for the sewage. Not sure about you guys, but I feel like sewage could have been done a little bit better than it is right now. There is the building which is called water treatment small, and I mean for is this one? Is it this one? Oh, sorry, this one. Sewage treatment. I don't know about you, but I'm really confused. I've been looking into the few posts on Reddit, and it seems like people are also confused. I mean, you can store sewage in this treatment plant, and look at the size of the building. It has a really nice design. I mean, I like the way the building looks, but I don't understand its purpose. It is producing water, and it is also producing waste. Wastewater, sewage water. I feel like it would be way better than if this building would have been a facility to make the water drinkable again. But it's not. You will still have to dispose the sewage out of that building to the water, to the river, to the sea, or whatever is nearby. So I feel like it's a little bit under-designed piece of mechanics in this game. Alright, sewage tanks. We will need a few. And let me zoom out a little bit and see. So this will cover pretty much everything on the right, and another one will cover everything on the left. So let's just go and build one sewage tank here, and another one somewhere here in front of our substation, electrical substation. Now, we will definitely need sewage discharge, and as always, sewage goes downhill. Can I put you here? Yes, I can. And I'll go with a couple of these buildings. We don't have the free excavators. Can we live without them here somehow? I don't think so. Oh yeah, there we go. So another here. And let's connect those two. And then we will need a road so that construction officers can actually build that. I'll go with the temporarily road. So the highway will probably go like that. And will probably go across this river over here to connect to our first city. So for now, I'll just indicate that I need highway to go that direction. And we will have technical access road over here. And pedestrian path. There we go. Now, this can be constructed. And now we need a few switches as well. Where's the switch? There's the switch. First off, sewage pipe. One, two, three. And sewage switch. One. Actually, if I mirror it, it will be a little bit better. There we go. One and two. Two should be enough for now. And I'll connect this pipe. One and two. We will build another switch over here later on, but for now two should be more than enough. Alright, whereabouts our tanks here? So we've got two. I will go with another switch. Switches are always not enough. So something like that. One and another one. There we go. The building is on fire. Oh, thanks God it's here. Whew. I thought I'm gonna I'm gonna have another disaster. Fortunately I don't. Beautiful. Now these guys need workers. We will limit by 10 and this bus will take care of workers. There we go. There we go. Start. Oh, okay. This railroad is almost finished and everything here is built. So I will temporarily stop supplying workers to rail construction office just to avoid wasting extra money because the railroad is almost ready and we don't need to construct anything for now. I haven't decided on the layout of these tracks, so I'll probably leave them as they are for now. And we will soon buy train for this area. Meanwhile, I want to enable power supply to this area. Yep. There we go. So, going on the surface, and let's assign our work guys to start building all of that. Don't need concrete road here. And this will be enough. Can we have access to this? No, we can't, because we need to build this gateway first. What about this substation? Yeah, once we build the bus station, construction office will have access to this area here. This will enable electricity, and we need that electricity in order to activate the storage. Nice. Everything moves somewhat within the pace that I would expect it to move. And we have almost finished with utilities. Our production area will need to have sewage discharge as well, so let's make another switch somewhere. And where would be the good area for that? We have some pipes going under, right? Yes, we do. Let me just build this switch. And this is the heating plant, which will have another fire. Oh my god. How about having switch just a little bit outside of that industrial zone, so that I will be able to lay the pipes in the way I want them to lay. And then sewage. Again, need to be careful with where I'm placing those things, so that construction officers can actually have access to it. So, just 2 buildings here require access to the sewage, and 3 buildings here. There we go. No, you're not late, mate. You're not late. You are right on time. I think I've got another hour or so for the stream. So welcome, 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 welcome. Happy to have you guys here. Thank you very much for your support. Stream is very, very new to me, so your comments in the chat makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing here. Alright, pipes for sewage, pipes for sewage. We need to run 1 from here. So something like that. And another one here, so that's done. And let me turn off snapping. There we go. Now we need sewage pipe to go outside of that area and to go to the switch. And to go to this switch here. There is a lot of pipe work over there. There we go. Now, this switch needs to go to the discharge, which is right in there. I don't just mind having it like that. The shorter the better, the sooner they will be able to build it after all. Let's have a look if everyone has access to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone will have access to it, yeah. And we have a good incline so that the sewage water will go downhill without any pumps required. Cool. Cool. Now, how are you doing with this? Can you please assign a higher priority? The rails are completed. Now you can take a break. I think I had only one bus to the best of my memory. So power supply, these guys are working on it, that's good. And we need them to work on construction office as well. This one and this one. Do I have enough vehicles though? Yeah, everyone seems to be busy, which is good. How you've been, Legendary? How's things? Excited about the upcoming festive season? Heating should be easy to organize. I've got this heating plant here. And what do we need? We need heating pump station. Big one. And then heat exchanger. Do I have a small one? Ah, these... Is that the small one? It produces 300 cubic meters, and this one does exactly the same. So what's the difference? I think there is no difference at all. Were they always so big? Oh, there are small ones. Let me have a look and see how much the heating plant itself produces. I guess that's the... Is that the building that I have here? Yeah, that's the one. Small heating plants, small heating plant. Just checking to see whether... Yeah, that one there. So it produces 700 cubic meters of heat. So technically I can have 2 heat exchangers, 300 cubic meters each, and this production facility and this heating plant will be able to supply that. What about coverage? So coverage is good, and I don't need heat anywhere. So the ideal spot will be somewhere in the middle, and I think I found one. So one will go here. It doesn't produce any pollution. No, it doesn't. It's just a heat exchanger. So, we will have one right in the middle. Too sharp of a turn. Come on. There we go. Now we need heat pump, which will live in between. So this is 300, this is 100, so we need one for 300. And we need a big pipe for 300 cubic meters. There we go. And one long pipe connected like that. I will lay down another one straight away, just so that I remember. Just so that I remember, I need another one for the city phase 2. Alright, so that should be enough to cover the whole area. Plus I have an ability to expand to this corner if I need to. Yep, seems like it's all good. What is this? This is just a pipe outlet. That's fine. We will deal with that later. Alright, I feel like my budget is like overfilling, so we probably need to task our people with further construction jobs. So how about we will check out the progress of our rail and how we're doing here. Oh, you, my friend, got confused. Not surprised at all. It's good that I actually checked. Now, do you guys have these jobs assigned? You don't, so please build these. Do I need to have a switch somewhere here? I don't think so. But why don't you have access to this rail? Oh, because road connection with construction office doesn't exist. Yeah. I believe the reason for that is because I have semaphores which directs them where to go. Yeah, that's exactly right. So if I do like that, that will help them. And I will tell them that they can go both ways, at least for now. Same here. And same here. Cool. Now they should be able to reach this area. Let me quickly check that. Yeah, now they are able to do that. Amazing. Alright, how we doing in this corner? Not as fast. Roads have been built. So this should be finished very soon. Once this area is built, I will connect it to the electricity, And it's actually not a bad idea to think about. Now, I've got transformer here, which I can use to power up this area. Coaling station sits here. I'm not planning to build this just yet. And look at that, yeah, it takes them time to drive. I can only guess what will happen in the winter. I think that this construction will move very, very slowly, very slowly. I've got this custom house here, and what I think I'm gonna do, I will make one road. I want 90-degree connection, please. There we go. I mean, why don't you want just connect to this node in the middle? It is never easy. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this road, and I will start bringing workers not from the bus station, not from this bus station, but I'm gonna use foreign workers to start building this one. I have plenty of money. I don't have any concerns with regards to my budget so far. During the winter, obviously, the income will decrease, as it always does, but for now, this will speed up the process drastically, because my construction office is taking workers from this bus stop station, which may not have workers available all the time. I have only 1% of unemployment, and something tells me that this 1% relates to this area more than to anything else. I've got one building planned here, by the way, which I haven't built so far. The reason is I was going to check whether I have enough people to supply to this industry, which I am okay with. How are we doing? Doing alright, doing alright. Do we have coal? Yeah, we have plenty of coal, which is what we want. Storages are all full. Everything seems to work fine. What's happening with our happiness? Crime, unable to pray in church, relocation, starving, a couple of people starving. Yeah, I feel like I made a little bit of a mistake in by building this small shopping center. Its maximum capacity is 80 shoppers at the same time. And when something occurs and when there are a lot of customers, it gets overfilled. And when you have people in front of the shop over here, what happens is those workers that work for the supermarket, they're not only sellers, they are also the ones that go to the storages and bring food, especially meat. And when you have queue of people in front of the shop, people will start complaining about not being able to get food, because there's not enough sellers to go back and forward to the storage to bring the goods to the supermarket. So this one here has a capacity of 80, I think. Is it 80 maximum customers? And this area here is way denser than I thought it will be. Little starvation, yeah. Good observation, mate. Little starvation. Right on the point. What are you guys doing? Oh, these guys are having great time. They reported back to the construction office that they're busy building on the other side of the Republic, and they're just, you know, chilling, probably playing chess, having some beers. Okay. What are you not happy about, my friend? You can just ignore the red signal. You guys are constructing vehicles. Just ignore all the road rules. Do whatever you need to do. I want this area to be built as soon as I can. I actually look forward to launch these guys here. I'm very excited to see how much profit I can make from that refinery area and bitumen export. This is a massive construction on its own. Plus I need to build this city here. A lot of plans, a lot of things to be built. Alright. So this is fixed, hopefully. And you can also go to the red light. So, talking about the beta version of the game, do you guys know if the save game is compatible with the beta version, or do I need to save files somewhere else and then move them to the new game folder? How does that work? Yeah, vodka, maybe. I'm not sure what rail construction people preference are, but maybe you're right. So we've got... This building has no connection to warehouse or factories. What do you mean? This is the warehouse. So this one is complete. Let me... There we go. Once this small section is completed, we'll be able to start building this storage. How are we doing with the bus station? Yeah, we're doing fine. So please build... And this one here. Cool. Oh, these guys. Alright, it looks like they can figure out the way to go to the construction area, which is fine. I'm not gonna bother babysitting them for too much for now. How we're doing with construction? Doing good. And can I have this high priority, please? Construction office 1. Now the only thing that is left for this zone here is garbage collection and this area as well. Let's have a look what we can put here and there. I left plenty of space of gaps in here, so I'm pretty sure I will be able to cover all of these residential and utility buildings with garbage container storages. And then we will need a technical office which will take care of that area. So let me take a sip of coffee, and I will be back to you in just a minute. I also need to stretch my legs a little bit because I've been sitting for almost 3 hours in a row. So we'll be back in a minute. Oh man, sitting for a few hours in a row without any stretching is a tough task, I can tell you that. Alright. It's too early for the beers, my friend. It's what, 11:38 in the morning. I mean, if I were on vacation somewhere on the islands, I would probably be drinking beer at that point in time. But not now, not now. But it's a good period of the year. I mean, in the southern hemisphere, it is summer already. So we are officially in the summer months now. So I've opened up the swimming season last weekend, swam in the ocean, which was amazing. The water is hot, the temperature is good, it's 23 at the moment outside, but it's not even a noon time, so it will be a little bit hotter. So a summer ahead of me. Those guys in the European Union, in the European region, you may start jealous right now. Okay. Garbage, that's what we were planning to do. It should be relatively easy to organize in this area. If I put it here, I'm pretty sure a lot of buildings will be covered, so I'll go with... Do I need the very big ones, or can I get away with the small ones? 0.7 ton, 2.5, 2.2 tons. These are massive, but they cover all four. So I'll go with one here. Construction finished. Let me take a look. Oh, I checked that. Thank you. And this is my food factory, but they actually... oh, crops. Seriously, what happened with crops? Oh, they've used all the crops in this storage. Okay, I need to start buying crops again. There we go. We have a little bit of food left here. And the crops will soon be delivered by the train. And let me just... I think this is... yeah, that's storage. I will exclude it from the supply chain for now, because my alcohol distillery will still require crops. Cool. Whereabouts all the trains? Ah, there we go. This one is going to the customs office to buy crops to supply it to this storage. Good. Starvation is one of those critical things in this game, man. I mean, as soon as you have empty shelves on the supermarket, people don't wait, they just leave immediately. Which is kind of understandable. But overlooking this small detail may lead to a failure. How are we doing with construction? Doing fine. Don't have enough workers. And why is that? We have workers here. I was wondering, where's the bus? I can check it. Not here, but here. Where are they? Ah, there's a little bit of traffic here. I will probably need to do something about this cross-section. I don't like it. It causes a lot of traffic here. Especially when I have longer trains, they will block this area. So crops is on its way, and a little bit of more crops. Sweet. These guys have gotten some workers. These are prisoners. Yeah, they are. How are we doing with educational part of our population? It's actually declining, but that's because I have a lot of people that live here who don't have access to Party HQ and to uni. Might be a good idea to build a university in that new section, in the new area where the aluminium deposits are. It's actually... Aluminium plant requires workers with standard education, and this one as well. So I don't need professors to work at aluminium plant, which is good, but I do need to have workers with high education, otherwise there will be no one working in hospitals and facilities like these. This is going fine. This is going fine. How about this road? Gravel. I have plenty of gravel. Why don't you guys deliver the gravel? Which aggregate storage this is? This one here. Full of gravel. Is that because you have old dumpers? Where's the dumper? Yeah, okay. Let me force vehicle replacement quickly and replace those vehicles. Can I not force it to replace? Why is that? Vehicle window. Where's this? Yeah, okay. If I replace... if I change the criteria here, let me see, you are at 39% wear and tear, and you are... How old you are? 30 years. Yeah, this is where this tool conflicts with repair station, because repair station looks after your fleet and it will keep repairing vehicles even if they are very old. Can I change any parameters in here in order to tell them that they shouldn't repair vehicles which are older than a certain age? Allow repair, cancel when long idle, allow repair in buildings. It looks like I can't tell them to stop repairing vehicles which are older than a certain age, unless I'm missing something. Alright. Probably change that to 15 and probably change that to 70. And now I should be able to start replacing those. Yep. But it doesn't want to replace this one in particular. I wonder why. It's wear and tear 39%, that's why. Because these criteria should be met at the same time. It's either it's not either or. These are both. Okay. Well, alright. Sooner or later these criteria will be met. These guys still okay. Concrete mixers, there we go. What else? These guys probably. These guys. There we go. So the new vehicles, they have higher capacity. That's why I want to replace old ones, not because they're just old, but it will speed up the construction process drastically. There we go. There we go. We have plenty of money, so why not just force those replacements straight away? What are you? You are covered whole. Hey Pablo, hello. How you doing? Thank you for the compliment. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate having you guys here, all of you today. Thank you. If you haven't clicked the like button, please do so. I'm not an expert in YouTube algorithms, but they say likes drive stream and pushes it through the algorithm. So if you don't mind, click the like button, subscribe if you haven't done this yet. That would be much appreciated. And from my end, I'll keep delivering good content. As I said at the beginning of the stream, today's stream and tomorrow's stream will be dedicated to the construction, so that people can see what's happening behind the scenes. Treat it like a situation which you don't see in the movies. Whenever the characters in the movie are going to another location, it is very common in Tom Cruise films, movies like Missions Impossible. He's like, cool, I'm going to Canada. And then, woof, and he's already in Canada. So when I do edited episodes, I'm trying to do it step by step, but I feel like people may get bored to look at the same area for too long. Therefore, from now on, streams will be covering construction processes, but episodes will have bigger gaps in between in terms of the time, so that we can see some results and we can feel the progress. Otherwise, it becomes boring, I guess. Thanks, Bud. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, nobody knows. I know. I mean, there are YouTube gurus who say, hey, you do this and every new channel should do this and that, and there are thousands of advices on the internet, but I don't know how exactly these advices have been checked, if any, and I don't know whether what they say is actually true. So on my end, I purely do what I do. I'm not chasing any strategies or something like that. Probably should have, but I don't know. Let's see how I go. It's my hobby after all. I just enjoying doing content, and I wanted to make that serious for some time. So that's why I'm doing this. Whoever enjoys it, enjoys it. So that's how it is. We've got our storage connected to the electricity as well as cargo train station, and in order to enable the train, I need to build that aggregate unloading station, otherwise train will not be able to pass through. So how about we will focus on this road as a high priority, then we will build this road, and then we should be able to reach to the aggregate storage, which is good. Okay. Now coal, yes, we have coal, we have water here. Everything is good. We don't have firefighters. Why is that? Is that because the bus hasn't arrived? Oh, there we go. Are you going to... Oh. That's a waste. Go back. We don't need workers at the rail construction. And where's the bus that is supposed to deliver workers? Is that the one? Yeah, it is the one. Cool. Probably let's make it 15 so that they don't disappear quick enough. Okay, one construction office is almost is actually completed, so we can technically move these guys to their new location, but I don't want to do this just yet. I want to fill storage with the resources before I let them move. Otherwise it will take them way too long, especially on the dirt road, to go to the customs and pick up construction materials. So that's the way, that's the target. Alright. Garbage containers. We've got one here. Let's put another here. Oh, really? What about moving those pedestrian paths a little bit closer? Like that. And then we should be able to just put one collection area. There we go. Same goes for our new district over here. And these guys, then these guys. Do we have connection? Yes, we do have connection here. One collection on this side. And there we go. One on this side. Shall I probably put it in between? Now these guys should be able to reach, and I need one here. There we go. Now, even if I miss one building or two buildings, technical officers will be able to empty those internal storages. So let's consider this is all done. Now, on the right hand side, we need one for supermarket, courthouse. There we go. Ideally, to squeeze it right in between. So probably move the courthouse a little bit to the right. And there we go. But turn this around. 1, 2. Now I should be able to squeeze the storage. Yep. Who else need this access? Police station definitely, and water treatment plant definitely. Firefighters and prison 100%. Orphanage. Oh, these guys, I almost forgot about them. So 4 buildings on this side. And can I have one container somewhere here? It has its collision. Like, technically the footprint of the building fits well, but for some reason it collides with the footprint of the other one, so not ideal. That's weird, there's plenty of space here. Anyway, So how about making one pedestrian vertical section here so that they can connect, and then I will be able to put one container at the bottom. Let me see if it can work. Yep, that will work. As long as I have connection. Yeah, there we go. Now, everyone should have their access to container, to the garbage storage, apart probably from the guys who work in the big water well. What if I give them this connection? Yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure they will be able to go there. It's 103 meters, but if these guys can walk there, then I'm pretty sure these guys will also be able to do that. Alright. So, this is garbage for a residential area, and we need to do the same for our construction zone. How are we doing with the road construction? Almost done. Excuse me, we don't need concrete road. There we go. We don't need concrete road here as well. So, please. Firefighters. No workers, but there will be. There we go. Good. What else can we build while we have free workforce available? Not free, but workforce. So, this storage here. And then I will make this road concrete after they finish constructing this area. There we go. Plenty of jobs to work on, right? Right. Garbage containers for industrial area. Coal processing plant is not known by its extraordinary waste production. By the way, I don't have the road connection, so no one will be able to build that those two buildings. Let me just quickly redo that. One, two. Also, can we walk? Yeah, we can walk 320 meters. That is fine. And they can walk left, and they can walk to the right. Maybe a small pedestrian path on this side of the road won't hurt. Like that. And then one pedestrian path. Just in case those workers will not find a way to go to work. What else do we need? Garbage containers. Power plant first. So this is this guy here. How much waste do you produce? Garbage produced per worker. 0.3 of a kilo. So 30 kilograms. Sorry, 3 kilograms per day, which is nothing. What about our concrete plant? Whereabouts are you? You're producing 0.6 kilo per worker, which is 3 kilograms per day, which is also insignificant. And the last one is heating. And heating does 0.3 by 20. That's 6 kilos. Yeah, we should be more than fine with standard garbage containers like these ones here. One. Two. So the road goes like that. Is there a way to place one to cover both? Actually there is. We'll take that one out and we'll take that one out. Now this area here. Oh, we have a garbage container already. Cool. So it looks to me that this area is pretty much ready for a full construction. We've got all the facilities that we need. Let's just double check that. Power is available over here. Those guys have power as well. Yep. Now, water. Water will be supplied one substation, other substation. Do you have access to water? Yes, you do. We don't need heating for industrial area, and garbage is all done. Do we miss anything? What do you guys think? Do we miss anything? Cops. Is one train not enough? It is a big train. Oh, there's a lot of workers working here. Okay. That's probably why. So he's going for another run. Alright. Alright. New train. And the path has been finished. All good. Okay. So these guys I keep constructing. That's amazing. I like actually there are 3 of them working in this area. That's good. What are we doing here? We're doing fine. They've almost built everything I wanted them to build. Gravel still missing. Yeah, that's why I built this storage here, so that the gravel will be available to construct all of this. What about the road? Almost finished. Almost finished, yeah? No workers. Okay. I want to know when this is done. Right. We are just one step away from moving this temporarily construction office to their permanent place, which is exciting. How we're doing with the second one? Are we able to start working? Yes, we are. Well, actually, I didn't expect that we will be able to do that much within the 3-hour stream. It appears to be that indeed the capacity of the vehicles that are available right now is actually helping a lot. Remembering my first episodes, I had to skip like a lot of game time in order to make the next episode and construct something. But this time around, I feel like 3-hour session is good enough to show some content and to achieve some progress. Actually, that's good. That's very good. All right, let's see if we can squeeze anything into this stream. How are you guys feeling so far? Do we want to stream for another like 20 minutes, or shall we probably finish with this one and come back to the next stream tomorrow? What's your gut feeling about it? Alright, let's do a couple more things and we will call it a day. So my road to the customs office is ready. So this is the small one, and I'm going to use that to import workforce to this construction area. So let's do that. We need to find this guy here and tell him to pick up workers from customs. And do the same for another one. Hopefully they will get enough people to keep working on this construction, and let allow them. They have plenty of tasks already. Why don't we have... because this road is not finished. And this is under progress. Amazing. Do we need to replace the vehicles? This is a zero wear and tear. It's brand new. Okay, looks like our tool here works good. Okay, the fleet has been updated, which is fine, which is good, which is what we want. I've got some exports going. I've got some clothes piling up. Everything works fine. Couple of unhappy people. What are you not happy about? Starving. No people in front of the shop. No people in front of the shop either. How about this guy? It's fine. Probably there are some pigs when everybody is at home, and it causes a few of those residents to be unhappy. What are you blinking? That was probably just a glitch. Alright. So the next step is gonna be to buy a new fleet of vehicles for this construction office. and actually start bringing this whole area to life. Almost done. Haven't started. Okay. Alright folks, well, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate every one of you and your comments and engagement. Same time tomorrow. I'll start at about the same time, plus minus 5 minutes. So if you missed today's stream, I will be online tomorrow. Come over. I'm pretty sure we will launch part of that production tomorrow on stream, and we will start constructing, building residential area. The vote for tomorrow's stream will be uploaded on Sunday or Monday. If you can't join the stream, that's fine, you'll be able to see the recording of it, but the vote from today's stream will be uploaded straight away to YouTube now. It will take some time to process it. I think it's about like an hour or so, but then the vote will be available in HDR quality. Alright folks, thank you for today. Really appreciate all of you. Have a great day today, tomorrow. Hopefully to see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now.